It is Seth with Orion Moto. I'm in my garage today. I've been fortunate enough to talk to a lot of Orion Moto customers about the bikes that I've ridden, what I ride now. And so I just thought I'd take a minute to share with everybody what I have. And this is my 1290 Super Adventure. This bike I'll use for long range adventure touring, sport touring, that kind of stuff. As my riding preference sort of drifted more into hard enduro and trail riding, I was crashing a lot, I was getting injured a lot, and I had a lot of expensive repairs. So I don't ride this bike very often. Then I have my 2019 450 SXF. This I had outfitted with a timber sled kit for a while. I don't have the time to get out in the winter to do very much snow biking, so I'm turning this back into a dirt bike. I'll clean that up, and that's going to be sold here soon. This is my 2019 KTM 790 Adventure. Really like this bike. It was a good kind of a mid-size adventure bike, so you could do some adventure rides on it, or if you wanted to go out and do more of a hard enduro ride, it was pretty decent at that. Some of the issues with this bike is the catalytic converter puts a lot of heat right on the rear shock, causing the seals to give out. And so I think I had this rebuilt 7 times. After the 6th time, I put an aftermarket shock on there. That failed also, so I put the stock one back on there. But that's that was an issue for me and my friends that all had these bikes. We would, it wasn't uncommon for someone to have a mechanical issue on this bike when we were out on a ride. This is my 500 EXC. This is one of those bikes for a rider who doesn't know what they want to do. It does well on everything. It's not great for anything, but you can go on the trail with it, or you can do roads, whatever. It's a good bike, I guess. This is my 2023 Orion RXB250, and obviously I've traditionally been a KTM guy, and so when I started working here at Orion, I was like, hey, how do these motors hold up? And talking with the owner, he just kind of looked at me like, what do you mean? And I was like, I'm gonna go blow this motor up. And he was like, okay. And so this is the bike I took out on my very first ride. It was brand new. I took it to one of my favorite riding areas, right out of the box, no oil change, completely stock, and I just absolutely hammered it up a hill. Thought for sure I was gonna blow the motor up, but here I am, 2,000 miles on this bike. I've had to do 0 mechanicals to it. I'll do the air filter, oil change, that type of maintenance, but I've had 0 mechanical actual issues. Only aftermarket part that I put on all of my bikes is better handguards because they crash a lot, and so I need something that's gonna withstand drop after drop after drop. The other thing that's cool about this bike, to say that it's completely stock is not true. Orion Moto has been working on a project for the last year that I've been excited to be part of. We've contracted with Smart Carb, and we're going to start offering their new SC3 for some of our products as either an aftermarket or one of our bikes it's going to come stock with. But the Smart Carb, so we turned a EF5 version of this bike into a carbureted version, and we got about a 10% horsepower gain, 30% fuel efficiency improvement, and 50% reductions in emissions. So that's actually been really cool add on to this bike. The 250HO, it will not come stock with, but you will be able to get a kit to convert your EFI into a Smart Carb if you want. The 250, just the regular 250, it's going to come stock on there, and then we'll have it as an aftermarket option for the 190 as well. We understand at Orion Moto that there are a lot of people that want to get involved in dirt bikes. It's a really fun sport. As soon as you get hooked, you're going to want to keep doing it. There's a lot of people that don't want to spend $10,000 to get into it. Totally understandable. So Orion Moto has focused all of its effort on providing the absolute best bike that we can for the lowest price point, and by offering options like a smart card upgrade, so you know that your bike is going to run perfect when you get on it. You don't need to spend $10,000 to get into dirt biking. You can spend $3,000, get a dirt bike that every beginner rider that gets on one of the, like a $3,000 dirt bike, they are not going to be able to outperform that dirt bike. I've been riding for 15 years. I have a lot of riding experience. I can hop on this 250HO and take it everywhere I can do on my 500, 790, 450. It doesn't matter. I can do everything that I want to do on this bike. there's definitely people out there that ride a lot better than I do that are like, hey, I could not do this on that bike. That's probably true. But for someone that has as much riding experience as I do, there really is nothing that I cannot do on this bike that I could do on one of my others. So anyways, that's what I have in my garage, and next time I go out riding, I am definitely going to take the 250HO.